First up, Dan Sheehan as captain. Could you just talk to us a little bit about that decision, particularly when there's players in the team who've captained Ireland before? Why Dan?
As you know, Dan has a lot of influence in the way he plays, and he's been part of the leadership group for a good while in the team, and probably just feel like he's in a really good place himself, coming back from injury, and he kind of the way he influenced the game in the first couple of rounds, coming off the bench. Obviously, with Caelan not available this weekend, we just felt it was a good time for Dan to grow that leadership within the group, to grow another player, to experience something a little bit different around the week and how he handles that. And he's captain Leinster at various times as well, so it's not something he hasn't done before.
Just going through some of the other changes then, Jamie Osborne at 15, Thomas Clarkson in as well. What have the likes of those players done to earn the start of the last few months?
I think it's an exciting team, and I think part of the kind of challenge for all of us as coaches in particular is to select 15 is tough at times because we've got such competition, and part of the competition comes from giving guys opportunity in training, guys going back and playing for their provinces in the fallow weeks. But I think for certain positions, we feel like we need to keep growing depth and need to keep growing experience. And it's one thing playing in November internationals, which like Jamie did against Fiji, but it's another thing getting an experience of playing in the Millennium Stadium with the roof closed in a Six Nations game. So those types of things for Jamie and for Tom will be new, and we believe that they'll thrive in those in the environment. And until you get those chances, you don't really know. And I think that's the kind of excitement of what we've selected, is that there's still plenty of experience in the group, but there's also guys making their first starts in Six Nations games, and it's an exciting sort of challenge for those guys to come in and make their mark.
Simon, how are you? Wales are on a losing streak, but they're playing at home this weekend at the new manager. Does that make them dangerous opponents?
I think Wales are always dangerous, and you can read into whatever around the results and performances, but at home in the Principality, they're a different beast, and we have to respect that they're playing in front of their home crowd. There's huge passion for the game in Wales. Whatever's gone in the last few weeks, I think for them is probably just, it's been disappointing, but they'll feel like this is like a fresh start, and they'll be able to go and impress Matt and try and instill some of the things that he'll want the team to stand for, and I think that gives them an opportunity. For us, it's about making sure that we get our own house in order, and we go there with confidence of what we've done over the last couple of weeks, but also understand that we need to be better in certain areas as well, and that's the challenge, I guess, for the group that's been picked this week.
You've actually been linked with that job. What have you made of the speculation, and have they been in touch?
I didn't really know that I had been linked, but no. Of course, there's been speculation, and that's all it is. It's speculation. I'm not in control of that. I love what I do here. I've been in this position with the team for a long time. I'm very fortunate with the people I get to work with, both management and players, and for me, that's it's a dream job. So speculation is exactly that. It's speculation, and not something that I can control.
Michael, and with that, Simon, would you rule yourself out? Any interest in taking the job?
Right now, I am. This is my only focus, and whatever happens in the future, in a year's time, you could lose your job, and we know in sport it's fairly fluid, isn't it? Around people moving from thing to thing, but like I say, whatever's gone on, I've had no contact with the WRU, so for me, it's all guns blazing towards Cardiff on Saturday. Make sure that me and the other coaches prepare the team in the right way, and whatever speculation goes on outside of that is like I say, it's outside my control.
Just on the team, was there, apart from Ronan and Caelan, was anybody else not considered due to injury?
No. I think we've been fairly consistent in some selections. The midfield again is we've got a bit of a we've got a bit of a point of difference there in terms of the quality of the guys that we've got. Stu McCloskey came into camp as well this week to sort of reintegrate him into that mix. So we're really fortunate in certain positions that we have real quality, and part of the kind of selection process of the last couple of weeks has been that we've been able to rotate a little bit in certain positions.
Just finally, on Tyke Furlong's injury, it was calf or hamstring. Can you just tell us what's exactly his injury?
Yeah, a bit of both, and he's trucking really well. He's been in camp with us this week, continuing his rehab, but he won't be too far away. He's feeling pretty good at the moment, but like any of those things, we're going to make sure that we get him right. And we've been really pleased with the guys who have stepped up and stepped into his position. Hence why Tom gets a start this week, and Finlay has a different role to do off the bench with with his experience working alongside Gus and Jack Boyle.
Last couple of questions in the live section. Sorry, just be conscious. People are filming. Cameron and then Murray, please. Thank you.
Hi Simon. I know that Jamie Osborne has come on a few times in the centre, especially in the autumn, but with him starting at 15, is that where you see him at his strongest?
I think he does have that ability to play across the back line, doesn't he? In the centre, on the wing. At 15, he's done that for Leinster. But I think we need to keep growing our depth and experiences. Hugo's done an unbelievable job for a long period playing in that 15 role. What he brings to the team is that bit of calm and that bit of sort of accuracy. But we saw Jamie did a brilliant job in the summer in South Africa, getting his opportunities. So we know that he's got those qualities as well. Until you get into a situation where what we don't want is to be forcing to have to make a decision on a player because we don't know a lot about them. I think this is a great opportunity for Jamie. He's building his experiences up across the last couple of years with the team, and we're excited about him challenging Hugo in that position. And he can play more than one position, but at the moment we see him as a 15 and a genuine option for us.
And just on the 10s, it's Sam starting again and Jack back up. Was there a part of you thinking maybe Kieran Frawley might get a shout? How close was that call?
It was good. Frawls went back and played 10 for Leinster and started last weekend. When we had the opportunity as well for Jack to come on at 15, but Sam did pretty well. He's learning all the time. Jack had those types of experiences last Six Nations. We played him throughout, and I think it was just a case of again building some continuity. We wanted to make a few changes, and I think that was always our plan. But also keeping continuity, keep guys who are playing well, keeping them in their position, and understanding as well that we've got real quality that come off the bench. And Frawls is someone that potentially keeps needing to play at 10, which he hasn't done a lot of this year, and that's hence why we've gone with the combination of Sam and Jack again, and Frawls will get opportunity hopefully over the next couple of weeks to play in that 10 role.
Last question in the live section, Murray.
What do you hope to see from Jack Boyle on his debut?
I thought he was brilliant in the game in Ospreys last weekend, but he's been around the squad for a while. He's seen other guys get capped, guys who he's close to, so he's kind of bid his time. He's kind of taken his opportunity in training. He's learning from great people in his position, learning against tight heads, also in training, working with Fogs, and he's impressed everyone with his attitude and his enthusiasm, and I think it's the perfect time for him to get an opportunity to play in a massive game, and he's still young. He's still learning the ropes of that position, but we feel like he's really grown and come into camp this year with a real positive attitude about learning and getting better, and we've seen that across the last couple of weeks.
Sorry, Peter, can I just ask one question? Oh, sorry, do you want to ask another one, Murray?
No, go for it.
No, good. Just on the live section, is Ryan Baird injured or would you just?
No. He's it was just again another decision which we probably made around building our depth there, Jerry, and making sure that we've got more than one or two options as we keep moving forward in each position.
Okay, that's it for the live section.